It does seem to me suspicious, for example, that the Gospel of Mark, which is the earliest Gospel, contains no post-resurrection appearances. And then the Gospel of Matthew does include post-resurrection appearances. The Gospel of Luke includes even more. It's only in the Gospel of John that we get, for instance, doubting Thomas. Famously, he doesn't believe that it's the risen Christ. And Jesus says, "Come and touch my wounds." And he touches his wounds and he says, "My Lord and my God." And Jesus says, "You believe because you've seen. Blessed are those who believe without seeing." The stories get more fantastical, ending in a moral lesson to believe without seeing.
Evidence.
Yes, this to me does seem a little bit suspicious.
I think this is totally overstated. Now, if the first gospel didn't have even a mention of a resurrection at all, if it didn't have any angels at all, then I'd be like, okay, we've got some serious development. But the same story is there, it just tinkers on the edges. But by the way, when you get to John, the point of Jesus' encounter with Thomas is not to believe without evidence and just have faith. It's the opposite. Thomas had evidence. His 10 buddies, the disciples, told him they had seen the risen Jesus. And Jesus had predicted it. So Jesus is not saying, blessed are those who believe blindly as opposed to those who demand evidence. He's saying to Thomas, blessed are those who believe based on the evidence they have, which is different than the evidence Thomas had, which is seeing Jesus in the flesh.